I want to talk a little bit today about finances, in particular about how to deal with all of the financial insecurity that is out there today. I have worked with a number of employees in different companies who, through no fault of their own, been laid off. These are times that are troublesome for a lot of industries. And I've worked as an employee assistance counselor for over 20 years and have walked in and out of different plants, different companies, different kinds of services available, and I've seen a lot of struggle out there. And I actually been very sad and very grieved in walking through plants that were big, large operations, and then just a few years later seeing them reduced down to just very few employees, if any. So what happens, of course, is with the people who are in transition, as I'd like to say it, it's not that they are, being cast off or cut down or something, that they're in transition into a new situation, a new season, a new way of making money. They need to learn how to be fluid in this and to not hang on too much to the past. And in fact, if you saw my earlier video on forgiveness, there may need to be, if you're one of these people who've been let go or have had some struggles moving through and transitioning into your next season, you may need to go back and do some forgiveness work around some of the people who either let you go or the things that happened to you in the course of you being let go from your company. Many people are faced this situation. I've counseled a lot of people who thought that they were settled into their company for life and then discovered that the circumstances changed drastically and they found that they were not going to be able to be permitted to retire from these places. So anyway, then the natural fear is about money. What do I do? Who do I turn to? Where do I go? And what can I change for how do I change the situation? What you have to understand is that before anything changes externally, it has to change internally. And that's where you have to begin to prepare yourself internally from the heart to actually make the movement that you need. So if there is fear of money, or some people, we have a lot of bad programming from the heart, and some of it is related to this thing that money is evil, which is a lie, or that money will corrupt us, or that money is something that I'm too stupid to make, or I've only known how to do money this way, I can't make money that way. So those are really bad programs that need to be treated with the Q word that you've been given earlier on. And so as your subconscious begins to clear out this negative stuff, then you'll be able to then put more positive things in. So I want to talk about some of the things that you need to be putting in to the heart, embedding into you, anchoring into you with your Q word. So you might just want to kind of follow along with me. I may actually treat some of the negative, potentially negative programs that you have in there. You may hear me go back and forth from positive to negative, and the whole idea is if you carry one of these negative programs, then you can treat this along with me and use your Q word when I say Q word. So you can actually begin to shift some of the inner terrain. So let me go back and forth with some of the negatives and the positive. So a typical thought that a person may have is, I can't support myself. Q word. And think about this is just an aside. When you have these thoughts like, I can't support myself, you have a natural amount of fear and all of the other kinds of anguish that goes with that. When you're using your Q word, you're treating all of that stuff so that when you have the thought again, you won't have to experience the fear or the anxiety or the sense of failure or whatever it is. And if you have to use your Q word several times to move that down from a high crescendo into something lower for yourself, then that's what you'll need to do. Sometimes you have to use your Q word several times and then reshape the inner terrain with some positive kinds of statements that are in opposition to what you were once believing. So anyway, so some of the typical fears is, I can't support myself. Q word. I feel powerless. Q word. I don't know how to make money any other way. Q word. I'll never find another job. Q word. I'll never be able to change my situation. Q word. Those things are things that you might think that need to be treated. So now let's put in some of the more positive things that absolutely need to be anchored in there for you to go on. I can make money again. Q word. I still have all of the same talents. Q word. If I continue to walk through this situation, I will find an answer. Q word. Other people have gone through this situation. They've overcome it. I can overcome it too. Q word. Money is something that will come back to me as I pray and as I seek for answers. Q word. I can receive money. Q word. I am not a failure. Q word. I am a person who's gone through some troublesome times and I can overcome. Q word. I can change my situation. I've done it before. Q word. I really don't need to be rescued. Q word. But I can ask for help when I need to and not feel ashamed. Q word. My life is going to change because life always changes. Q word. You have to go through some tough times in order to fully appreciate the good times. I will be able to fully appreciate things on the other side. Q word. I will be better enabled to help other people. Q word. I can receive all the finances I need to in the days ahead because I am looking for answers. Q word. Money is something that comes and goes, but I can receive what I need for this time period. Q word. I am going to be authentic about who I am and what I'm going through so that I can fully learn everything I need to from the situation. Q word. I am going to look for other avenues for myself, and I'm going to walk into them and be able to be honest and be able to receive everything I need to from these situations. Q word. Money is something that I can make. I've made it before. I can make it again. Q word. The situation that happened to me, it may be a good thing in that now I can actually go and look for something that I really want to do. Q word. I will see the things that I need to see in the days ahead because I am open to receiving the good things. Q word. So, actually, as you're rebuilding kind of the inner terrain, bringing peace to yourself, you may want to do some of the release, receive kind of thing that I talked about earlier. I release my fear about money. Q word. I release my fear that there is not enough money. Q word. I release my fear that I'm not going to be able to change my situation. Q word. I release the pain of how I was let go. Q word. I release the things that people said about me because I was let go. Q word. I release any of the judgments that I've made on myself because of what I went through. Q word. I release all of the pain attached to losing a job. Q word. And then turn it in terms of I receive. I receive peace in regards to my situation. Q word. I receive the next new thing that is coming to me because of my situation, being in shift. Q word. I receive finance that is being assigned to me. Q word. And I receive a peaceful spirit about moving through this time. Q word. I receive much more freedom from tied to the old structures and the old ways of doing things because I recognize that my life is in transition for the better. Q word. So in essence, you're letting go of something, you're receiving something, and you're cueing your subconscious for the shift. And you're using your Q word to actually kind of do some super learning, if you want to call it that, super learning for the heart. And again, I think I mentioned too that sometimes I will have people tap, kind of build a muscle memory, sometimes say it out loud if they're kind of stuck, if they're not moving through this fast enough, that they're not feeling peaceful about their situation. The key is to get you back into a place where you're feeling peaceful, where you're having more positive thought energy operating in you, the negative thought energy, not the belittling stuff, but the stuff that empowers you. So as you're feeling more empowered, you will be able to, in essence, attract to the things that you need. The law of attraction is real. We do attract to things similar to what's going on inside of us. And if we're recognizing we need some finance, and it's important to actually start clearing out the negative garbage we have about money, how we believe whether we deserve it, whether we need it or how much we need it. We need to clear it out and move as much fear out of the way as possible. And then be at peace, because then you will start to see some shifts taking place around you. So anyway, this is a little bit of information for you. Keep on learning, keep on growing, and I hope some of this stuff will be useful to all of you out there. Thanks.